Alleluia, 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 Alleluia. Happy Easter from Authentic Freedom Ministries. This is the Authentic Freedom Virtual Church. My name is Lori Lumby, and I am the pastor and spiritual director of this online virtual community. Happy Easter. This is an exciting time, not only in our church calendar, but in our lifetime calendar, specifically in the evolution of the human species. 2,000 years ago, Jesus died and rose from the dead, proving to all of us the illusion of death, that death has no power over us, specifically that death and fear have no power over our original nature, which is love. Mary Magdalene was privileged to be the witness to Jesus' resurrection and was commissioned to tell the disciples and to tell the world. The message, the fullness of the message of Jesus' teachings, Jesus' life, and the gift of the resurrection continues to unfold in our own evolution. 2,000 years ago, only a few could actually receive the fullness of Jesus' teachings. Mary Magdalene was one of them. As the years and the ages have passed, more and more people have been able to receive fully the truth of Jesus' message, which is a message of love, a message of oneness and unity. The truth that he was willing to die for, and that continues to be invited in each and every one of us each and every day. For the past 5,000 years, as a human species, we have lived in a paradigm of fear, in a paradigm of duality, love and fear, right and wrong, heaven and hell, black and white, male and female. What Jesus taught is that we must bring together all of these pieces of duality to bring together that which we are compelled to separate, so that we might know more fully the love of the divine that is our true nature and that dwells within us, within each other, and within all of creation. Only a few were able to receive this message 2,000 years ago. But today, we stand on the brink of cataclysmic change. Cataclysmic positive change. We have reached critical mass. Enough people have come to an understanding of this idea of oneness. A critical nature, a critical number, a critical mass has been reached in the number of people that have come to understand the truth of love as their original nature. Critical mass has been reached in the number of people who are willing to do the deep and hard work of overcoming fear, of transcending duality, of piercing through separation, to remember our original state as love and oneness. Critical mass has been achieved. And now we stand at the brink of cataclysmic, positive, species-wide transformation. We have the opportunity to choose which world we want to live in. Do we want to live in the world of fear? Do we want to live in the world of separation? Do we want to live in the world where we're right and everybody else is wrong, or everybody else is wrong, is right, and we're wrong. Is that the world we want to live in? Do we want to live in the world of suffering and pain, of fear, of hatred, of ignorance, of jealousy, of warfare, of poverty, of hunger, of abuse? Is this the world that we want to live in? Or instead, do we want to live in the world that Jesus promised? Jesus promised a world where peace reigns, where love rules, where collaboration and oneness are understood, assumed qualities among and between human beings, other species on the planet, and all forms of creation. This is the new life that we have an opportunity to embrace at this juncture in our human evolution. The process started 2,000 years ago with Jesus' death and resurrection, but it didn't end there. As the message of love has filtered through the consciousness of humanity, we find that we are at a place where we can embrace this as a species. This is the new life that we have an opportunity to embrace as we celebrate Easter. As we celebrate death and resurrection, we choose our own death and resurrection. Dying to the parts of ourselves that have chosen fear, constriction, prejudice, discrimination, hatred, war, poverty, hunger, abuse, death to those parts of our nature. Dying to those parts of ourselves so that we can rise to our true, fully divine, fully human, integrated divine masculine and divine feminine selves, where love rules all, where collaboration is an assumed process in our negotiations, where we work for the common good of all, where we reach across the divide to come to know and understand our fellow human beings. Where we love, where we have compassion, where we enjoy the freedom of knowing and living in this state of oneness. The freedom that leads us to fulfillment as individual and collective human beings. The fulfillment of our gifts, the fulfillment of our passions, the fulfillment of our unique call in the world. A call that serves not only our own joy, our own enjoyment, our own pleasure, but a call that serves the betterment of not only humankind, but all of creation. This is the new life that we are being given an opportunity to choose. This is the new life that we have an opportunity to embrace. And this is the new world that we have an opportunity to create. The world that we are invited to co-create with God in bringing heaven to earth, in bringing love fully into this plane, for experiencing and knowing that the kingdom of God is not just in some heaven light years away, but that it dwells within us and can be made manifest in this world through our own unique and special gifts, in cooperation with the divine vision and in cooperation with each other. This is my Easter invitation to all of us. To say yes to bringing this kind of world into manifestation, for embracing this new way of living and being as a human species, and to say yes to the new life that is seeking to be born in and through us on this day of resurrection. The resurrection of Christ and the resurrection of the Christ that dwells within us. Amen.